You've all been amazing, and now you've got to listen to a dickhead for 15 minutes. I've somehow ended up on a mini headline tour lately, and this is the grand finale. Bit emotional, really. Mainly because I've run out of dramatic poses. I was told I should do a bit of promotion before my poem, which feels bold, because if this goes badly, I've just advertised more opportunities to watch me struggle. I don't have to tell you that we run inclusive workshops, spoken word events, performances, and creative community projects across the Midlands, do I? And I certainly don't need to tell you to follow Accessibility Arts on Facebook and Instagram to see what we're up to next. Oh, I just have. I do have books to sell. My book is called Writing My Own Story Means, and actually, I'll read the title poem. Writing my own story means crafting verses from shattered fragments of thought, like pieces of a mosaic glinting in the sunlight, utilizing the vast expanse of my mind as a canvas, painting a portrait of resilience against all odds, colors swirling and blending, each stroke a testament to my journey. With a laptop in my brain, words whirl like leaves caught in a gust, creating a symphony of chatter that flows like a river winding through the landscape of my thoughts. Life is a tapestry woven with threads of comedy and tragedy, intertwining every emotion, every flicker of intellect shaping the path before me. Stepping through the swirling leaves of existence, I find solace, serenity amid the chaos, extending patience to souls burdened by silence, compassion like sunlight breaking through clouds. In a world too often lacking charity, I strive to be a beacon of generosity, illuminating the shadows of forgotten dreams and silenced hopes. My journey unfolds like a bumpy road, teaching lessons of patience, of fortitude, as I confront every challenge with open arms. I didn't know how lost I'd have to get to discover the treasure buried deep within, the light that flickers behind the veil of despair, even as the greedy insatiable hunger threatens to drown out the cries of the needy. But together, united in truth and justice, we stand strong, a chorus against the darkness. In these moments of uncertainty, a single light shines bright, offering hope, igniting inspiration for those wandering the shadows, like lanterns guiding lost ships to shore. With a smile on my lips and purpose in my heart, I navigate the cynicism of the world, bringing forth positivity, weaving it like golden threads into the fabric of each day, embracing the beauty and strength that comes with having cerebral palsy. I have cut a lot of people out of my life, chiseling away at negative influences, crafting a captivating piece of art, revealing the true beauty within, like a sculptor unearthing the masterpiece from within the stone. As Gladys Knight once said, I won't change my mind, standing steadfast in my convictions, remaining true to the essence of who I am, green in my pocket, power in my soul, conquering the game, reaching for my goal, and in this beautiful journey of self-discovery, I am writing my own story. Thanks so much. Yeah, it's £10 per copy, so if you want it, come see us after. I wrote this after looking at the state of the country and thinking, blimey, even my Wi-Fi connection seems more stable than Britain at the minute. I see rain-stained brickwork and bus stop blues, see worn-out shoes do overtime too. See mums count pounds while the pound slips south, see cupboards breathe with an empty mouth. See school shoes taped where the soles split thin, see kids learn early what cutbacks mean. See steam on windows where the heating lost, every room keeping score of the cost. Broken Britain, cracks in every street. Round here the workers work till the work works back, backs bent, rent spent, eyes fixed, jaws clenched. Night shift, day shift, same drift, same drag, still chasing tomorrow on a frayed-out track. Clock in, lock in, boxed in. Hands build cities they'll never live in, Hands stack shelves, then count loose change, watching the numbers refuse to change. Broken Britain, cracks in every street. My mate in the chair gets stared at again, like pain needs proof, like truth needs permission. They say support's there, strange phrase that, when every staircase still turns its back. Forms for the form, lines for the line, sign here, sign there, spend years proving life. Letters arrive in brown paper threats, cold little paragraphs dressed as regrets. Broken Britain, cracks in every street. Up top they talk through polished glass, while mould climbs walls and buses pass. Warm hands round wine, warm words on screens, debating hunger in tailored sleeves. They say we hear you with practiced eyes, then disappear behind tinted skies. Distance is easy from leather seats, where struggle's a headline, not something that eats. Pressure makes pipes burst. Silence makes sirens sound worse. And one day the cracks they stepped over will run beneath their own front doors. Broken Britain, cracks in every street. Cool, thanks. I wrote this next poem after spending several years in a committed relationship with anxiety. It's a bit clingy, never pays rent, and somehow still thinks it's in charge. Tell them the mind can be a battlefield with no banners raised, no warning sirens, just 1,000 silent invasions behind a smile that's been rehearsed for years. Tell them anxiety isn't always panic. Sometimes it's checking the door twice, reading one message 10 times, turning a passing comment into a courtroom that sits all night. Tell them I've carried guilt for crimes I never committed, worn blame like a winter coat, stitched from overthinking, buttoned up with what if. Tell them negative thoughts know my name too well. They knock at ungodly hours, drag old failures from their graves, and ask me to bury them again. Tell them I've stared at ceilings that looked like constellations of doubt, each crack a question mark, each shadow another reason to believe I wasn't enough. But tell them I'm still here, still writing verses from the rubble of bad days, still finding rhythm when my head sounds like a riot wrapped in static. Tell them resilience isn't some shining armor, it's getting up exhausted, walking through the storm anyway, and refusing to let fear hold the pen. Tell them every scar became a sentence, every setback became a stanza, every dark thought became fuel for a fire that refused to die. Tell them I know how to laugh even when my chest feels heavy, how to turn pain into punchlines, how to make a room smile while fighting battles nobody can see. And tell them if I'm cracking jokes, it's not because life never hurt me, it's because I learned that laughter makes people feel comfortable enough to put down their masks, and for a moment, we can all feel a little less alone. Thank you. I've heard today that Elon Musk wants to build a restaurant on the moon. Yeah, he's a twat. His critics say the food might be great, but there'll be no atmosphere. I wrote this because no woman should need codes, Keys's clause, or a tactical exit plan.
That was supposed to be the good
I wrote this because no woman should need codes, Keys's clause, or a tactical exit plan just to exist in public. The bar for men is on the floor, and somehow we're still limboing under it. You move like the pavement owes you nothing, no glances barbed, no footsteps timed, no map of exits sketched behind your eyes. You don't rehearse your leaving before you've even arrived. You call it a night out. She calls it a series of calculations. You've never held your keys like a confession, metal bitten between knuckles as if your own front door might need defending. You've never smiled to soften a refusal, never laughed at something that wasn't funny because the air felt thin and you needed it back. You say, I'd walk you home, like safety is something you can hand over, like it hasn't always been something she has to build herself out of silence and instinct. You don't hear the code in her voice. How I'm fine means watch me. How I got an early one means get me out. How entire conversations are built on what she cannot safely say. There's a word she could use, a name, a signal, a quiet alarm, but the truth is she shouldn't need a password to survive you. And you've known constraint, the way the world narrows without asking, how space can become permission withheld, how movement is never as simple as it sounds. So don't tell me you can't imagine it. Imagine if every room measured you before you entered, if every stranger held the power to turn your evening into strategy. Imagine needing to plan your breathing around someone else's unpredictability. Then stop imagining. Do better in the ways that don't get applause. The moment you notice, the moment you interrupt, the moment you choose not to look away because it's easier. Be the kind of man who makes the code unnecessary, who makes the keys just keys again, who understands that safety isn't a favor, it's the bare minimum you've been getting for free. Thanks so much. This last one is for Sammy and Bob, who isn't here. He's slacking. It's about growing up in Birminghamshire in the 90s and 2000s. Raised where the rain washed soot through the brickwork, West Bromwich kids putting miles on our footwear, grey skies, estate lights, late nights, cold breath, learning life's lessons on the long roads west. Bus pass, dust tracks, cut through the cutbacks, black country banter and sharp-tongued clapbacks, playing Kirby by the curbs till the daylight dipped, thinking every little loss was the end of it. School shoes worn thin, loose screws, bad grades, big dreams hidden deep in the smoke and the shade. Teachers talked futures, we talked Friday night, trying to find our names in the orange streetlight. We grew where the factories died but the pride never did, where the dads worked doubles and the kids learned to fib, where a tenner felt heavy and a pound meant a lot, and everybody had plans to escape from their spot. West Brom to Walsall, walls tall but dreams taller, pocket full of copper, trying to move like a baller, market smoke drifting through the cold evening air, believing something bigger had our name waiting there. Then the noughties sped up and the nights got louder, fresh fades, fresh trainers, walking a little prouder, cheap spray confidence, all swagger and nerve, young enough to think the world owed what we deserved. Then came the club years, the rush years, the rave years, one more drink somehow turning months into years, Walsall town centre with the queues round the bend, every weekend feeling like it'd never end. Then Birmingham calling with its bright neon promise, Broad Street buzzing like the world belonged to us, bass lines and break beats, hearts racing in time, kings for an evening on a handful of dimes. 4 deep at the bar, shoulder to shoulder with strangers, future old friends and temporary saviours, strobe lights flickered like they knew we'd be gone, still lighting the nights we'd remember for long. Phone dead, feet sore, last train disappeared, laughing at nothing with the lads we held dear, then kebabs at sunrise while the city turned gold, retelling the stories before they got old. Now some clubs are memories, some venues are dust, some faces faded out, some friendships still trust, but I still hear echoes in the rhythm and slang of the places that built me whenever they sang. Because West Brom made the backbone, Walsall the grit, Birmingham the nights that still burn a bit, and though time moves on and the years slip free, that black country kid still lives somewhere in me. Thanks so much for listening.